say weather. Weather.
Currently in Union, it's 45 degrees and sunny. Today, it'll be sunny, with a forecasted high of 54 and a low of 34.
We have 2015 Nissan Rogue customer purchase on Android radio on Amazon. I'll put the link on description below. Okay, this is the radio. They provide all the harnesses, instruction how to take the radio apart, manual, and some information about how the CarPlay and connection works. First step is to remove the side panel by the passenger side. Panel popper, I'll put the link on description. Then there is a screw by the air vent. I'm going to remove that, and air vent comes out. Let's take this trim out. You may not need to take that air vent out, just that part. But that trim overlaps a little bit, but you should be able to take this side out and maybe slide that way. The next step is to remove this panel. This panel. The reason we are taking that side panels out is because there is a screw on each side, and this heater control comes out, as you can see. Once you remove this one, the heater control, which is overlapped by this bottom panel here, it comes out. So once you have these side ones out, there's a screw here, here, and there. So 4 screws, and we can remove the radio. So once you have those 4 screws out, the radio should come out like this, and we're going to disconnect all the harnesses. So these are the harnesses we gotta put. This is a CAN bus module. So if you need to change any settings, you gotta remember this name, because it's gonna ask you what CAN bus module you have. And you select this and change out the settings if you need to. Okay, they gave you 2 different harnesses. I guess one's with the navigation, one's without the navigation, so they are different harnesses. So be sure to select the right one for the vehicle that you have. Everything's all plug and play. Whatever fits, use. Whatever don't fit, don't use. That's an antenna adapter. The ground, we can put it to this back panel right there. Right there, that's a 10 mil.
Okay. That's it. We can try.
The reason that this harness comes with a ground wire that you want to put it there is because most Nissan radios, when you put the radio mount onto the chassis, that is a factory ground. But since the Android radios do not have any metal mount, it just pin snaps into the hole. They decide to give you a ground terminal. So behind there is a metal beam crossbar, and you can use any metal to ground it. We decided to put self-tapping screw right here on the corner. Or you can remove this 10mm loose knob and use that as a ground point. Same thing, it's the same metal. Okay, so we're gonna plug in all the antenna, RCA cables. Again, they have a different shapes, so you don't have to worry about which pin goes where because they're all different shape. It only fits in one way. So find the right one. So they're all USBs, RCAs, antenna. Match the pins. Most Android radio has an internal microphone built in here, but sometimes they're kind of muffled, so it's better to put external microphone. This does come with external microphone. So we're gonna put the microphone right here by the rear view mirror, run it cross down and behind the radio and plug it in on the back of the radio. Okay. That's the 4G antenna. It has a Wi-Fi antenna. So all the antenna has to be on if you want to use 4G SIM card. That one is a Wi-Fi antenna. So just gonna put that in. Let's see. Alright. Radio came on. Let's turn off the heat. This heater control we gotta disassemble. Put it to the bottom of the radio. We're just gonna test fit, make sure everything is working. This radio comes on. I think it has a built-in eyeball navigation.
When you get a chance, I need you up front,
Okay. Alright. It's looking for GPS. Alright, this is a heater control. You obviously have to remove 4 screws. And once you remove the screws, there's one here, one here, one here, one there, and this just pops out. That's the original heater control that has to be plugged into the bottom of this heater control section right there. And you just put the screws back in place.
This is the airbag.
Now, this is also an airbag. Now, all the Nissan and Infiniti, when you unplug the airbag indication plug, you will have a SRS light coming on. Now, to prevent that, if you don't have a reset tool, we do have a reset tool, so we don't care. If you don't want to deal with the SRS light coming on, what you're gonna do is you're gonna have to disconnect the battery first before you disconnect this plug. Otherwise, SRS will pop up and you have to reset it. If you do happen to have a SRS light on, you don't have a reset tool, you can go to AutoZone and Pep Boys. They lend you the tool at no cost to you. You just gotta give them deposit. So you can use the reset tool. Once you have done that, you can return that and get your money back from AutoZone and Pep Boys. Alright, so that's what it looks like. So let's see, let's make sure everything is working. Okay, radio comes on. So let's see if the controls work. Control does work. Doing that. So control does work. Alright, let's go to, where is it? Why doesn't it work? Oh, so this is the navigation. There's a built-in iGo navigation, and you can also do Wi-Fi. You can also do Carplay or Android Auto. Okay, so this shows the navigation. Alright, yes. Where is the Carplay option? Here's one. Oh, that's there. Okay. So that's the, no, that's the navigation. Where's the Carplay?
Carplay, see.
Okay, so you can use Carplay or Android Auto. If you have video, you can also watch Netflix and YouTube. You gotta pair your cell phone's hotspot in order to get the Wi-Fi working. Let's see. There's music, media. Can you do a hotspot? Yes. Turn the Wi-Fi on, and as I said, open up your hotspot from your cell phone and the Wi-Fi connection to it. So, make your password. Okay, it's connected. Where is the internet?
Nothing. Try the Bluetooth.
Bluetooth. No good. Yeah, let's see if the reverse can work. Everything works. So everything works. We got the controls on the wheel working. We got the CarPlay working. We got the internet working. Everything seems to be working. So all you gotta do is put everything back together. And that should be it. Alright, it works. Alright, it provides the USB adapter, which happens to be down there. So you put the USB adapter under where the USB factory one goes into, and plug it in here, so you can use a factory USB adapter right there. That's an hardwired microphone. This is the backup cam, in and out. Don't forget to plug in the airbag and the heater controls down there. You have to remove the clips from the old one, transfer over to the new one. Right, so we took all these clips off the old one, transfer over to the new one, and as I said, there is no screw for this mount. They basically pressure fit it, and the side clips, side panels overlaps, and that's what's going to hold the radio in place. Okay, so just going to put the side panels back in. Then this, the other side, this goes underneath. You're probably going to have to do this at the same time because that goes under part of this heater control. So you pull this out a little. And just pull out this bottom a little bit. Yep. Now put that underneath and push in at the same time. Okay, because this original one, the heater control is separated. So you're going to have to lift this bottom corner, left corner down, out a little bit, about 1.5 inches or so. Slide this one under part of the heater control and push in place at the same time. And this over here, that goes back in here. And we're going to put screw back in place. Okay, this was separated, so we decided to pop this one out, put it together first, and slide back in place. And don't forget the screw right here on the corner. Okay, put the side panel back on.
Good, maybe.
Right. So where was pair your Bluetooth first. So it can give you CarPlay or Android Auto. It's a Samsung phone. There's a pin code written here. 5969 is the code. This is loading, as you can see.